Hello and welcome back to DJV Technologies, your #1 trusted supplier for ETR machine, Aclas especially. And today I love my friend Duncan, Karibu, and we'll be introducing you and also taking you through some of the challenges and also the solutions we have for our control units. So today with me I have an ETR which has been brought and it has an error, and I called him so that we can review the code and also solve the error. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy the video. Welcome. This machine has been brought. The customer is saying that it has an error. Okay. So mostly, you know how our Aclas is. It has a good interface. So you are able to move from one menu to another. And you are familiar with these keys. We are going to get ourselves to the server state. We want to realize how the machine has been transmitting the data in the previous days. So this is also to inform the audience. Our control unit has the capability of you monitoring how you are transmitting your invoices in real time. So you do not have to always have to scan the QR code to verify that the invoice is transmitted. You can just comfortably go to set mode, get to input the password, which is usually the 4 zeros, then use these two navigation keys to get yourself to the server state. Duncan, tuko pamoja. So from the navigation panes, we'll see we have 4 menus. The first menu is the server invoice state. This server invoice state shows the number of invoices the control unit has generated, and in our case is 162. And we are able to see that at invoice number 57, the server did not acknowledge that it has received that invoice. So we have now a clear clue that the machine is truly not transmitting because it has been able to generate up to 162, and we have only 57 uploaded on the server. So with my friend, we'll be able to just check where the issue could be, and we are now going to check the last invoice to be transmitted to KRA. Was it rolled out to be successful or not? So we'll just check and we'll find actually the invoice 57 was successfully received and processed. So that's not the case, or that is not the issue why the machine is not transmitting. So maybe, the machine has to create what we call end of day report automatically and also upload to KRA servers. So we have verified that all the invoices are valid because we can see from here we have the response code 60,000. Okay. So what I'm going to do is now check the EODs. They're all the end of the day. I'll realize that the machine has generated 30 EODs. So what I'm going to do, I'll check the EOD last state, or rather the last invoice to be uploaded as the EOD to the server. Was it invalidated? Let me check, and for sure it was. If it was correct, it should have been 70,000. But now, in our case, we have 7,002. So, Duncan, we have a manual which was provided by KRA. We have 7,002, which is here, and the error, it says data invalidation. But you see, the machine, it's a control unit made up of so much data, millions of code. So I do not have to go through all the millions of code. The machine is very diligent to even tell me exactly where the issue is. So I'll see it has error code 8. In the manual or in the documentation, I'm able to retrieve the error code 8. We can read together. It says this will be sent in case where the value of respective tag is not provided in expected format. We are aware at EOD that 1, the data was invalidated. So we need to retrieve what was that invalidated. So even if we have added a menu whereby we can force the machine to call the server, we'll realize it's giving block receipt, like it's blocking the receipt. It's not able to transact any more. So I'm just going to switch the control unit off, then get inside the cabinet, take out the data holding component, then I just close the cabinet so that I can secure the cables. They will not get broken. Then I'll use my adapter so that I can join the 2 medium, and then I'll insert the same in my computer. I'm going to get to EOD that 1, which is in JSON format. So you can see the machine is very diligent. It can arrange the numbers in an ascending order. So I do not have to navigate all along or searching. So I just go directly to number 31. Then I'll open with Notepad. I'll pull the data like that, copy. I paste it on just a simple tool I use online. It's called a JSON formatter. I process the code so that I just want it to be in a structure we can both clearly see and also understand. So I just come back here and I paste the code. So Duncan, so this is the hash. This is how the request was done. So from my sampling, now there is a tag. Before the machine could lock, it had only transmitted only 57 invoices. So basically what I'm reading here is the code to form the end of day report. So we are able to see the client code PIN. Now we can see the amounts. For real, they do not make sense. You see the taxable amount, but like any computing device, this is common. But as DJV Technologies, your trusted supplier, we have been able to revise such kind of issues. So we don't just go directly to trying to edit this, because remember, this data is dependent on another data which was generated earlier, because actually this EOD is supposed to be sent exactly at 12 in the morning, or do I call it midnight, whichever. Yes, so it's supposed to be generated at that time. So what am I going to do is to check from on that, or rather invoice 57, what data did it bear. So I'm just going to get back to my, let me just open another folder, my JSON again. Now this time we are checking now the invoice. Yes, the invoices which could have computed to that. Yes, so I think it was 57, right? So nitaenda music count and I find it is here. So I use again the tool to realign or to make the syntax meaningful. Because this is how you can understand it simply. So I'm going to open, just going to open another pad. So Duncan, we can just see this is the invoice which was generated on that day, and it's here. We can see it's on that, right? And the amount is this. With the EOD, they don't match, isn't it? So we need to be very smart. Well, now we are going to fix this code, right? So I'm just going to look at the documentation our Revenue Authority provided to us, and you see we have changed that data to read in this format. After now reading the data, I'll pick this amount and I'll come to my code. So don't worry about the line in sequence. That's how I easily understand it. So I paste it over there. When I come back, we have total tax amount. So I need to read, what was it? Total tax amount should be this one. So we'll copy like that and paste here. So I'll just clean this one off like this. Then the remaining tag, which is this, I'll just paste. And then I'll save and I close. And then I'm not going to close everything. I'll also need to use my control unit to check if the calculation was right. So what I'm just going to do is just take out the SD card I'll be taking it back to the control unit like this. You'd not have to worry on the format to insert it on the device. Put back the machine on power. Then you remember there is a window we never closed. I can just take the amount, right? And I compute using the control unit. Actually, our machine has a calculator. So how you get to the calculator, you press QTY. You don't need to have a phone or what. The machine will take care of everything. And then I take the amount like 34,380 multiplied. We see the multiplication table is this. 0.16. Then I say divided by, I think you are very good with this, 1.16. And see if this finger reads, it shows the value of VAT. And of course it does. We are just rounding to the 2 decimal places, right? Yes. So these figures are okay. So we can now just go again, try see if the machine will be in a position to clear the error. But before we do that, we need to check if it's online. And then we have a hidden menu and the S mode, which is called receipt block. So this one, when I press the cache, it's commanding the device to unblock that error. If we have done it right, it will unblock. And it has said okay, it has unblocked. So what we are supposed to do is now just go back and now try the menu. You'll see the error is cleared there, right? The error, we had 7,002, now it's 7,000. Okay. Now we just force the machine to clear everything back. So I'll just press manually send. Remember before we were pressing and it was giving block receipt. Right now, supposed to not just send everything. I've just sent the command. The machine is now pulling all it had in this database. And it's sending to the server. See, it's now communicating with the server. It might take some minutes, and that's how you are supposed to take it. Yes, so be assured we can solve all your problems. Just get Aclas CRV5X, Aclas FC4, and we also have a very powerful ESD, which we are about to start laying out. Make your purchase. I'll be offering to the first 100 customers free licenses. So you purchase that machine na utaweza kuinstoliwa without a license or annual subscription. Karibu sana na tuendelee kufanya kazi na